Hello, everyone. Today we will be talking about Fever 1793. Lori Hulse Anderson is an American author who writes books for kids and teens. Her stories are often about real problems like bullying, trauma, and finding your voice. One of her most famous books is Speak, and she has won many awards. Plot Mountain. Exposition. The story takes place in Philadelphia 1793 during the yellow fever epidemic. Maddie Cook lives with her strict mother and her kind grandfather. Eliza, a free black woman, works for the family. At first, the fever seems distant, but the city slowly begins to change. Rising action! The fever spreads quickly, and many people in Philadelphia become sick or die. Maddie's mother catches the fever, forcing Matilda to grow up fast. Grandfather tries to protect Matilda and take her out of the city, but they are forced to survive alone when soldiers think grandfather is sick. Eliza stays behind to take care of her mother. The city becomes dangerous as the fever and fear take over. Grandfather becomes seriously ill, which scares Maddie. While trying to survive on her own, Matilda is separated from her family and left to fend for herself. She tries to help Grandfather, but somehow Matilda eventually catches the fever and is close to dying. This is the most intense moment of the story because Matilda feels completely helpless, but she makes a recovery at Bush Hill. Falling action. Once Matilda is rested, her and Grandfather return to the coffee house to see they have been robbed. Someday after they return, Matilda finds thieves in their house. After Grandfather and her fight them off, he dies from his injuries. Matilda ends up finding a young girl named Nell, who was found crying next to her dead mother. Eventually, Matilda finds Eliza, who gives them food and shelter at Eliza's brother's house. Matilda takes care of the twins and Nell. Unfortunately, the babies all get the fever, and Matilda and Eliza decide to take them to the coffee house. Frost comes, showing that the fever is over. Everyone is talking. Matilda meets up with people and shares her story. The coffee house reopens and is full of business. George Washington returns, and so does Mother. Everyone is healthy and happy that they survived.
Oh my God! Wow!
Matilda Cook is a strong and determined 14-year-old girl in fever. She lives in Philadelphia with her mother and grandfather and helps run their coffee house. At the start, Matilda is a little stubborn and impatient, but the yellow fever forces her to grow up fast. She learns to be brave, responsible, and independent. Matilda's mother is a strict, hardworking, and practical woman in fever. She believes strongly in discipline and responsibility and often pushes Matilda to be more mature. When the yellow fever spreads, she becomes very ill. Eliza is a kind, strong, and caring character in fever. She works at the Cook family coffee house and is like a big sister to Matilda. When yellow fever spreads, Eliza steps up to help take care of Matilda. She is brave, selfless, and eventually helps take care of the coffee house. She shows loyalty, compassion, and strength during a very dangerous time.
Get out!
The main settings of the story is the Bush Hill Hospital, the coffee house, and the fever streets. This is my representation of the coffee house. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. The main conflict of the story was the fever. My 3 quotes are, I never knew how strong I was until I had to be, the fever had robbed the city of its voice, and I had to learn to care for myself. My figurative language was, the streets were silent as if the city was holding its breath, and fear followed us like a shadow. The main theme of Fever 1793 is growth through hardship. Throughout the novel, Matilda faces fear, sickness, and loss during the yellow fever epidemic.